Hello everyone, this is Renee, your San Francisco Bay Gardener, and today I'm taking you to Savers, and I'm looking for anything I can find in the garden, for the garden. And today I think that's mostly going to be books. We'll see what they have. I probably won't be talking much, but I'll try to show you the kind of books that they have there and how much they cost. Okay, bye-bye. All right, you guys, that was my visit to Savers, which is a thrift store that we have in the Bay Area. But you can go to any thrift store. They're always selling books, and you can find some really carefully used books on gardening. A lot of them are when they first came out, they're very expensive, so you can save a lot of money if you're doing that. And what you're looking at now is an old school way of me showing you my top 10 um, gardening gifts for gardeners. And they're not in any order of importance, but since I was at Savers and bought books, I put books as my number one here. I'd like to show you what I bought when I was at Savers. Okay, so first book I'm showing you is the new garden book by Better Homes and Garden. This book is beautiful. It has really nice pictures. It is for someone who is starting a new garden. It tells them, where you can put plants in your garden, like how to, locate um, your plants. It gives you the garden zones, has really beautiful pictures. And if you are planning a new garden, it's a nice book to show you what kinds of flowers you could put where in your garden. So that's New Garden Book. And I believe that this is still in print somewhere. If you can't find it at a thrift store, you could probably find it on Amazon somewhere. This second one here is a California Gardener's Guide, Bruce and Sharon Asakawa. This book has really nice pictures, and it goes into detail about each plant. These are plants that grow well in California, but they also tell you what particular zone in California these these plants do well in, how to grow them. Um, and so it doesn't tell you every single plant in the world, but it does give you a nice overview of what you can grow in California. Probably you could probably use this book in any state, and it would tell you at least how these plants should be grown. Because I know that, like that last picture of the bird of paradise, you can grow that in other states. California Top 10 Garden Guide. These are the 10 best roses, 10 best trees, etc., of everything you need to grow your garden. And this is put out by Sunset. Beautiful pictures. It tells you, oh, look at those, impatiens. I have those in my yard. It tells you that they can be grown in all zones in California. Madagascar, periwinkle. And these books not only talk about flowers, they also talk about vegetation as well. So, California Top 10. This one right here, All New Square Foot Gardening, Grow More in Less Space. This is by Mel Bartholomew, and he's supposed to be like the the father of square foot gardening. This book is very well made. He has fun boxes on the side of his pages. On some, he gives tips. He has beautiful pictures, step-by-step instructions on how. Sorry about this book flipping around. Mel says those are DIY tips, planning tips. It's just a fun book. And even though I don't agree with everything he says, like, for example, he says that you can plant 6 green bean plants in 1 square foot. Like, could you really get 6 green beans in that little square? I don't think so. I think you'd have a mess. But anyway, he knows what he's doing in most parts. So this book can be used in any state, no matter where you are. And it cost me $3.99. It was supposed to, but I'll tell you what happened when I got to when I went through the line. But when it first came out, it was $20. So big savings. This next one is another sunset book, Landscaping Small Spaces. Beautiful pictures in this one. And I have a relatively big garden compared to some people, but it's in a lot of sections. So I need to figure out what to do with those different sections. And this is a book full of ideas. I don't have, there's no way I can have a pond, but, well, I guess I could if I really wanted to, but I don't. So anyway, just a nice book with very good suggestions on how to landscape small spaces. And finally, this last one here is the Western Garden book. And I believe this one came out in 2019, I believe. Not sure, but anyway, it is out of print, but it's still being sold on Amazon. I think this particular one is being sold for $14.99. Some of them are much more expensive. Got this one for less than $5.49. When it came out, it was $32.95. So these books are not cheap if you're going to pay retail for them. They don't even, I don't really think that they print them anymore. So these are collector's items. So these books are a really nice gift for someone who is a gardener. You could go to the thrift store and get books for your gardener loved one. And you could get them a library full of books for cheap. Now I'll show you my receipt. This is my receipt. I paid $15.66 for 6 books. And what they do is I went on a Tuesday. I'll have to block that out. I went on a Tuesday, and that is Senior Citizen Day, so you get 30% off everything. And they also have a policy where if you buy 4 books, you get 1 free. So after all my discounts, I only paid $15.66. That includes tax. That is a good savings. Now, if your person doesn't like used stuff, you can go to a bookstore and find them new books. But books are always appreciated by gardeners because we need to know as much as we can on the things that we're growing. Okay, you guys, I am outside. This is the next day, and I'm out here in 48-degree weather because I have a problem and that is rats. This is an emergency to me, so I have to do something about it. I looked it up. Google says that signs you might have rat problems is holes or burrows in the ground, runs and tracks where you see, slime or whatever. I never heard of rats leaving slime, but anyway, tracks, droppings, damage to your homes or your fruits, vegetables, stuff like that. I don't need to see any signs. I saw it with my own eyes. A rat big enough to come and knock on my door and set off my security system woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning last night, messing around my back porch. He has to go. So I am going to do, let me see, there's several things that you can do to get rid of rats on the outside. It says eliminate places where they can build a nest, keep your gardens clean, remove piles of wood, garden clippings, overgrown areas, cover household food waste in compost heaps or garbage bins, don't scatter bird seed. So what I'm going to do is clean up my garden. And I looked up, will rats eat tomatoes? Will they eat potatoes? And the answer is, yes, they will. So I'm getting rid of my tomatoes and my potatoes. So that's my first thing I'm going to do today. Okay, you guys, I have tomatoes over here. This marigold bushes all over the place. Rats can climb those tomato cages. I was looking at these a minute ago, and some of those tomatoes still have tomatoes on them. I'll pick those first, and then I'll see whether I want to keep the plants or not. Over here in this area, if I were to walk off in that area, I couldn't see my feet all the way. That's a prime area, I would think, for rats or at least mice. I don't know exactly how to clean that up, so we'll see. Okay, this tomato plant right here, it's still producing. I'm going to clean it up, but I'm not going to pull it yet. That one right there in the middle, that is flowering, but I don't think it's really doing anything, so I might pull that up. All underneath, you can see it's pretty clear, so I don't think that's a haven for rats, but I need to clean this up the best I can because I'm out here working in the yard, and every time a leaf blows, I think it's a rat. So I want to be able to have some peace in my garden. All right, I'll show this to you after I clean it up. All right, you guys, I took down one tomato plant, and actually this one right here, sorry for the wind, this one right here is responsible for the bulk of all of the tomatoes that I've been harvesting. And it's so big that I had to put it on two tomato trellises. I don't know whether you can see that or not, but yeah. So I pulled up my pepper plant that I could finally see. So that's gone. My celery is doing well underneath all that. Let me see, can you see it? 'Cause I can't. It's doing well underneath the tomato plant. There it is. So I don't see any kind of damage from rats on these tomatoes. They're all nice. I don't even see that much insect damage. So I'm gonna keep my tomatoes, and this is today's harvest. And still left a lot on the branches. So now what I did was I cut back everything that didn't have a flower on it or a tomato. And I tried to clear off the bottom, near the base of the plants so that the rats didn't have anywhere to hide. But I don't think they're getting in here. They're not after the tomatoes. So I'm going to go over to the potatoes, see how they're doing. And they're not after the greens either. Or the flowers. They don't like flowers. Here's my potato plant that I should have pulled probably a week before last. But I didn't think it was ready. This one doesn't look ready either. I don't know what I'm going to do, but we'll see. We'll see if there's any potatoes there. Just a minute. Okay, I'm going to pull this up. Huh. There's a little little potato. I don't feel as much as I did with the other one. There's one. Okay, I think that's it. I'm just going to leave this plant alone. Take my two little potatoes there. That's a seed potato here. And I'll be satisfied with what I have. So the rats will eat your potatoes. They'll eat fruit. Like I said, they tend to leave the greens alone. What they don't like is like gophers. They don't like mint. They don't like sage. Flowers. What else? Anything with a really pungent scent. They don't like garlic or onions. So you can plant those around your garden in order to keep out the rats. But anyway, I don't know exactly what they're going after right now. I have one more potato plant that looks like it's on its last leg. I'll go over there and see if it's ready to come out. All right, this is what I'm talking about here. It's all bent. So I'll see. Oh, that's a potato right there. Okay, here's another one. Might just have two in this one as well. Okay, I think that's it. So I take these, have them for dinner. Well, not today, a dinner. But anyway, so I got 4 potatoes and they like strawberries too, and they'll eat these. Talking about the rats, they'll eat these whether they're green or ripe. So try to keep them clean. Okay. Before I go, I'm going to get back to the topic that I had before about gifts for the gardener. Hold on. Okay, I already told my son I'm sending them this video. Number 1 on my list is books. They can be used or new. On the books on the garden. Love books on the garden. This next one is garden calendars or journals. I already have journals, but I don't have a calendar. So I saw some on Amazon. You could probably find them in the store though. Okay, number 3, gloves. Gardeners are always missing gloves. Sorry for the wind, you guys. I'm going to try to get this a better location. Okay, left off on number 2. That was garden calendars and journals. Number 3, gloves. Number 4, coupons for help. That doesn't cost any money. Just write out on a pretty piece of paper, I owe you 1, 2, 3 hours of help in the garden. That would be amazing, because we always need help. Excuse my hands, you guys. I was out there digging potatoes. Okay, number 4, hand cream. Oh, that was number 4 was the help. Number 5, hand cream. For obvious reasons. Nice quality hand cream will go a long way for gardeners. Number 6, hats. Baseball hats, sun hats, anything that we could use for protection from the sun and the wind. Maybe something with a cute saying on it. That would be nice. Gift cards. It can be from the local nursery, but you have to be careful with that because sometimes the nurseries go out of business and they can't honor the gift cards, so it might be better to go to a big box store. Yeah, let your mom or dad buy what they want. Next, flower pots. We always need flower pots. The larger ones are great, but large or small, make sure there's a drainage hole in the bottom of it so that the plants won't get drowned. Okay, number 9, long sleeve shirts. That's to protect your arms when you're out there working with thorny plants or in the sun. You need protection, or you need protection from bugs too. And last but not least, cold hard cash. That would be great. For example, gardeners often need dirt, but you don't want to give anybody dirt for Christmas. So cash, and they can go out and get their own. Okay, that's it, you guys. I hope that you have a Merry Christmas, whether you get cash, coupons, or whatever. I pray that everybody's safe and healthy, and that you can get out and enjoy your garden for a little bit this winter season. I'm not going to be back next week. I'm going to take some time to read all those books, or at least skim through them, and just relax. So thank you for watching. Thank you for all those who watch every week. You're a blessing to me, and I hope that I hope you enjoyed the videos. Is there anything else that I wanted to say? Happy New Year, and let's get out and do the best we can to have a successful year in the garden, because I believe it's going to mean more this year to grow our own food than any year before. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.